Okay.
Okay, so within our 2 minutes, you're going to wipe down. Okay, so you're going to wipe down your area. You're going to clean up and wipe down your area. Don't forget you just finished your blood exposure and your other things that you had. So wipe down. Put my hand sanitizer on. Sanitize your hands. Sanitize your hands. And let's get set up. You got 2 minutes of this. You got to work pretty quickly. Okay, so you have your stuff in the bag. Grab your bag and set up. Okay, so this procedure you have no water available. So you don't have to worry about water. So things are a little bit different for this than we normally do our facial. Just think of it as a basic facial. Okay, you want to lay your towels down for your client's head. Okay, put your client down. Just if you need me to. Does that look okay for you all? Should I scooch you over? How's that?
Yeah, that looks good.
That's good? Okay. And then you just start setting up. Okay, you have your tissues. Thank you. Your tissues out. Just lay your tissues out. Okay. And then get ready to drape your client. And then when your 2 minutes stops, it's okay if you're not finished setting up. Okay. When your 2 minutes are called, you just stop, step back, like you all know how to do. Okay. And then you'll continue on. Because here's the deal. Most students, for whatever reason, rush through the facial. Okay. So you rush through the facial, and I'll tell you a little bit of history about the basic facial. So when the NIC first came out, they had a basic facial. I think they said it was 10 or 15 minutes. And the students, and it was very limited. What they wanted you to do was very minimal. So they realized that students were rushing through it like it didn't have any value. So the next time they made adjustments, they still called it a basic facial, but they extended it to 20 minutes. And they made all these really rigid steps. Okay. And that's because they felt like students didn't have any value. Like, what's the big deal? I'm just going to run through this facial. So what we say is you must take at least 15 minutes out of that 20 minutes to do the facial. Okay. If you take less than 15 minutes, we're going to deduct for you speeding through. Okay. And that might seem kind of harsh, but it's really important to make sure that you take your time and you go step by step by step. Okay. So when we're practicing this, I would recommend that you all have your NIC candidate supplement, which is what Ms. Martinez is reading right now, in front of you so that you can go step by step. Of course, I go ahead and I say all the steps as we go. We talk about it, but you need to be able to see it, read it, and then hear me say it, and then do it. Okay, those are going to be all the ways that's going to help you to reinforce these steps. Okay, really important that we do that. Okay, so I have pretty much set up. If you want to put a towel on top of her, you can. Okay. Okay, and then you'll, until when your 2 minutes lapses or you finish early, then you'll step back and wait for next instructions. Okay. So Ms. Martinez, you want to read the next instructions?
Yes. All candidates have indicated they have completed this section of the examination. We will now proceed. You will perform a basic facial. You will be expected to follow all client protection, safety, and infection control procedures. You will have 20 minutes to complete this section. You will be informed when you have 10 minutes remaining. Step back to indicate you have finished. The instructions will be repeated. You may begin.
Okay, good. So then you're going to set up. You already set up. Now you're going to get started. Okay, so we always know as soon as we say start, you're going to sanitize your hands, right? So sanitize your hands. If you haven't finished setting her up, go ahead and set her up at this time. Okay, so when you think about the facial, one of the first things you're going to do is after you get her all draped up is what? So you're going to cleanse, right? You're going to prepare her, right? So you're going to cleanse the eye area and then the lips. Okay, make sure that when you cleanse the eyes and the lips that you separate it out. So you're going to use half of your tissue for one eye, the other half for the other eye. Okay, and then you can get another tissue for her lips. Okay, and so when you do this, you're going to use the creamy cleanser of the line. Okay, whatever you have. If you only have the oily, then you'll use the gel. Okay, and so you want to put enough, but you don't want to put too much, because why? Because we don't have any water. Okay, so I'm going to fold this in half so I can use that area. Just put a small amount on the tissue to cleanse the eye. Okay.
What product did you say that was, Ms. Knowles?
The creamy cleanser.
Okay, thank you.
Okay. And go to the other side. Creamy cleanser, whatever line you happen to be working with. Okay.
You didn't put any water with that, right? Did you?
Remember we said there's no water?
Right, okay.
No water in the facilities, there's no water anywhere. Okay, so you have to think that the idea is that this product is you don't have to wash it off. Okay, you don't need water to remove it. Okay, so that's her eyes. Now we'll do
Ms.
her.
Knowles,
Yes.
could I ask another question? Sorry.
Yeah, you're fine.
So did you say we also have our universal supplies out?
Yes, you're always going to have your universal supplies.
Since we're transferring it to another area, when we did the second client setup, we had to wipe the bottom of the universal supplies. Do we not have to do that for this one?
So this one you can do that, but remember this, their thinking is, their mind is that this is the same client.
Oh, so we okay.
So that's why they only give you 2 minutes to set up. It's the same client, but I just like to, for sanitary purposes, to have you all wipe down whatever tabletop you're going to be working on. And remember, at step 4, you're only going to be turning. You're going to be one direction in front of the mirror when you're doing all your work on your tripod. When you start this, all you're going to be doing is turning to sit down to start working on the mannequin table.
Okay, thank you.
That makes sense?
Yeah, thank you.
You're welcome. Okay, so now we're going to clean the lips. Okay, so then we're going to apply it all over the face. So once you did the eyes and lips, now you're going to go over the face. So remember that you don't have water, except for the water in your water bottle. So you want to not use too much. Okay. So once you apply it to the face, you cleanse the face, then they want you to remove the product. Okay, so it says removes residual cleanser without dragging or pulling. Okay, so what they want to see is you lifting up. So get a tissue and lift up as you go over the face. Okay, see I'm holding on to one side of her face so she doesn't rock too much. Okay, so remove residual product from the face. Okay, and then you are going to apply your toner. Okay, so astringent / toner. Okay, so you have your herbal toner. Okay, so we'll use that. And so you can apply it. You can apply it with your hands, or you can apply it with the tissue. I think either way is fine. I'm gonna do it with the tissue so that I don't get it all over my hands and have to figure out how I'm gonna try to get it off my hands. That makes sense? And you'll need this herbal toner again, so don't let it go too far away. Okay. Circle around the eyes. You don't want to get it in the eyes. And then you're ready for your exfoliating product. Okay. So you get your exfoliating product. And so it depends on how it is. This one is in a tube you can squeeze out. So you don't really need a spatula. But if it was in a container, then you could go ahead and put it, you can use a spatula. But for this, you're just going to pop the top, and I just put it on the back of my hand, okay? Put what you think you need. You don't want to put too much. That might be too much. You don't want to put too much because you don't want to have to be worried about removal, right? You don't have water. You don't want to put too much, but you want to put enough. You know, you don't want to be docked for, not really doing the scrub portion. Okay, so it says applies exfoliating product over face and manipulates with implement or material excluding eye area. So I'm going to apply it over the face. Okay. Excluding the eye area, and just a nice fine amount. Kind of circle around the eyes so you don't get it in the eyes. Make sure you get it everywhere except for the eyes. Okay. So you can either wipe down your brush, okay, or you can put it into your items to be disinfected. Okay. I'm going to put it into my items to be disinfected. I'm going to wipe off my extra product, put that in the trash. Before I go back to my client, I'm going to sanitize my hands. Okay. Any questions so far? So here's the brush. Brush you guys got, the brush we've been talking about, right? So you're going to use this brush because it says manipulate, or put it over the face and manipulates with the implant. So this is going to be your implant, okay? They can't tell you exactly what kind of brush to use. They just say manipulate, okay? So we got this brush for you all so you go around in circles. Trying to go too fast. Just nice circles around the face. Stay away from the eye area. And just go around the face a couple of times. And why do you think I want you to go around a couple of times? Exactly. You want to make sure that you give enough time. You got a 20-minute facial, okay? And you need to use up that time. Also, you want everyone who is evaluating you to see that you've done this step. You want them to see that you do every step, okay? That makes sense? Okay, so now it says that you're going to use your steam towel. So I'm going to put this in you can sit it down if you wanted to, because the back is clean, or you can put it in your eyes, disinfect it, and sanitize your hands. And then let's get our steam towel out. So steam towel's been prepared, okay? Can't do it during the test, so you have to do it in advance. Put your steam towel bag in your trash. Once you take it out, and then you're going to open it up. Have it go long ways, okay? Long ways over the face. Just like you were taught. At the nose, put your one finger on side of the nose, the other finger on the other side of the nose. You want to make sure that you do not cover up that nose so she can't breathe. Press down. Okay, clean that nose off. Leave space for her to breathe. And start at the top and remove. Now this is really important that you make sure that you remove all of this scrub. Okay, because I'm pretty sure she's going to come around and she's going to touch everyone's face to see that they've removed all the product, that they need. And she's watching for that as well, but she probably can, you can go around, and when I test people when we're face to face, you can feel the scrub sometimes down here in the chin. Now remember, I'm doing our taboo because we don't have any sponges, okay? So to go back, fold your towel up and go back over the face, making sure that you can even see, I feel a tiny little piece right there. And you have time, so take time. Feel around the neck. Usually I find it in the neck, beside, close to the ears. So you want to make sure that you get it all, okay? And then this is going to go into your soiled linens, okay? So put that into your soiled linens, okay? That makes sense? So then you have to make sure that you remove all residual product, okay? And then it says distribute massage product over face. So imagine if you hadn't removed all the product really well, right? You'd be rubbing that apricot scrub into her face during the massage. Make sure that your hands are cleaned off as well. You don't want to have any apricot scrub on there. And then, because then it will go from your hands onto her face. So we're going to use the hydrate. Okay, if you don't have a hydrate, you can use your Absorb. If you just want to get rid of your Absorb, use your Absorb. Okay, either one works just fine. Okay, so now we're going to massage. Okay, so you don't have any water in order to keep this hydrated. So you want to have enough so that you can, have enough to go through the massage. Okay. So it says distribute massage product over face, and then you want to make sure whatever container you have, like for example, if you chose to add some special delivery to it, you want to make sure that you use a spatula. Okay, I'm not going to do that, but if you chose to, you'd have to get that out with a spatula. Okay, and you want to make sure that you don't break contact when you start this massage. Okay, so put it over the face, just like you were taught. Make sure you get it everywhere, and then you'll start massaging. Okay, so here's the deal about the massage. So they give you these massage steps. Anytime they take time to put it down as the bulletin points, they're going to be evaluating you on it. So what I mean by that is they start off with the effleurage movement. Okay, so it says demonstrates effleurage movement. So when you think about it like this, when you're applying your product initially for the first time, go ahead and you're going to do your soft fluid motions. That's going to be your effleurage. Okay, and then as you get your product on there good, then you can start going deeper. And so you're gonna, like, you put more, see, I'm trying to put more force behind it. Okay, and that's gonna be your petrissage. Okay, your deep kneading. See if you can get your thumbs in there and try to knead that skin. Okay, go around on the chin. Okay, up around the face, and just really like you're putting more pressure. You're not being so light and delicate like you were for the effleurage. Okay. Okay. And then they have the tapotement. So tapotement, go along the jawline. You go up the sides of the face to demonstrate that you know how to do tapotement. Okay. And then you're going to do your friction. Okay, so friction is really kind of hard to show. So friction, you're going to be you want to be on some bone. Okay, so you could be on the jawbone, you could be on the cheekbone area here, and you want to create friction. Okay, so you can go back and forth, really forceful motion. See how my doll's really moving. Okay. Kind of go back and forth and just kind of really getting that blood circulating in that area. Okay, but make sure you're on top of a bone when you're doing this friction. Okay, and you want to look different than your petrissage. Does that make sense to everyone? So once you've done them, then you can go back over and do whatever else if you want to, like, make more time. Okay. If you want to, because you know you got to kill some time, right? So you can go up the nose, maybe kind of hold, put some pressure on some of her nerve endings or pressure points, right? So you can go there and hold, try to relieve her sinuses. You go over here to the temples and hold. Okay. If you wanted to, you could go up and then go the sides of the nose. Okay, and then up. Okay, you can even do some friction here on the forehead. Just get that going and go side to side. Okay, all not breaking contact. You see, not once did I not break contact. Either at least one hand has been on there the whole entire time. Okay, does that make sense? Okay, so then after that, you're going to remove residual massage product from the face. Okay, so you're going to take a towel and it says without dragging. So you're going to move over the face in an upward motion. Okay, always up for state board. Always up for state board. Okay, that makes sense? Okay. Any questions about that? Okay, and so then after that, it says you're going to apply your astringent toner. Okay, so you want to get something to apply your astringent toner. So I'm gonna get some, sanitize my hands so I can get some. Cotton out of here. Okay, so now I'm going to get back my herbal toner again and put it on. And then you're going to apply it to the face. Okay, so hold on. Upward motions.
I have a question. So now you're
Yeah.
using a con. Do we use the con round or still the gauze?
It doesn't matter. They're interchangeable.
Okay, making sure. Thank you.
Either one you got. If you run out of, I ran out of tissue, so then I got my cotton. If I was using all cotton in the beginning, I ran out of cotton, then I go back to my tissue. It's all the same. It's the same product, just in a different form. Okay, and I just grabbed it because I ran out of cotton. You can't reuse, right? Okay, that makes sense. So I put my astringent / toner on, and now you're going to go in with your moisturizer. Okay, so you're going to apply a moisturizer. So this
Miss
one,
Mall,
yeah.
do you have to use cotton pads for like the eyes when you do the scrub?
No,
Okay.
we use the eye pads for the enzyme peel. It's a little bit more, it's more of a chemical, so you put the eye pads on for that. You don't need eye pads for a scrub.
Okay.
Okay, so moisturizer. So you're going to use your special delivery. Okay, now this time for sure you're going to have to use your spatula. So grab your spatula and get a little bit out. Okay, put it on the back of your hand. Clean off your spatula. Well, if you don't want to put it into your items to be disinfected. Okay. So now we're going to put our moisturizer on. So emulsify your moisturizer in your hand. Okay. And apply it to the face. Okay. So that's your moisturizer. And then you're going to clean up after your moisturizer. Okay, so the moisturizer is going to be your last step officially, but now you need to clean everything up. Okay, so you're going to clean everything up. So you're going to make sure that all of your soiled linens are going to go into your soiled linens bin. You're going to put all of your products, and this is important to make sure that you put your products into your items to be disinfected. Okay, and then your spatulas and your items to be disinfected, and whatever you used, whatever you took out. If you took out 3 spatulas, you're going to put all 3 in your items to be disinfected. Okay, if you took out 2 and if you took out 1 and you left the rest in the bag, then your bag, but still everything has to go into your items to be disinfected, because this is your last procedure for the facial. Okay, you only have 1 facial, and so you want to make sure you clean everything up. So everything is going to go into your items to be disinfected. Okay, really important. This is going to be your after this is going to be your sculptured nail. Okay, So once you get done and you clean everything up, you can move her out the way. Just move her up and out the way, because after this, you're going to do your sculpture nail on this tabletop, okay? And the same for this, they're gonna give you 2 minutes to do your sculptured nail, okay? So you don't wanna take too much time. You could take her apart, take all this off. But after that, you're done with her, okay? And so everything, all your soiled linen is gonna go into your soiled linens. You'll take her, move her off to the side. Soiled linens into your soiled linens bin. Does that make sense to everyone? And then you're done with that. So then you'll step back, slide back, because you'll be sitting down. So step back and kind of turn yourself to make it really clear that you are done. Does that make sense? Any questions about that?
So the toner and the moisturizer and everything that goes in items to be disinfected?
That's right.
Okay.
That's right. Because you only have 2 options. Either it's going to go in your items to be disinfected, or it's going to go into your trash. Is it trash? No, because it's reusable, right? You're going to reuse that again. Now remember, nothing can go back into your duffel bag. Remember that. So nothing goes back into your kit once it comes out. So those are your only 2 options. Okay, good question. Any other questions? Okay, let's stop
Knowles?
recording. Yes.